Welcome back. I know I wrapped up and said 3, 2, 1, I'm done. There's a few more picks, and I'm going to give them to you right now. With the 101st pick, it was. I'll give you 102nd pick. The San Francisco 49ers took Embry Thomas, quarterback from Michigan. And I think Emilio Fonto, quarterback Syracuse, was taken by. I'm trying to look at the bottom of the screen, but the LA Rams are on the clock right now, and we've got a couple of 3 more picks after that one, 2 more picks after that one, and I think it was the. Oh, that was the Detroit Lions that took him. That took Infuto Melifono, cornerback Syracuse. I think they needed a quarterback, and so did San Francisco. And those were good picks for both Detroit and San Francisco. And ignore what I said. The 3, 2, 1. I'm done. That was the next to last segment. This will be the last segment, and hopefully we're going to be wrapping up soon. And I gotta tell you, this has been a absolutely surprising night for rounds 2 and 3 of the NFL draft. And I gotta tell you, this really has been one. And I just wanna just say I've been surprised at some of these picks, and I've told you who they were earlier, and I was surprised when Denver took Quinn Mieres and guard Wisconsin Whitewater, and I was quite surprised when Dallas took Nashawn Wright, quarterback Oregon, and but I wasn't surprised that Tennessee took cornerback Elijah Moden from Washington. But I think they made some great picks, and the Rams pick is in. We're waiting there. I think they're going to go with either a center or a linebacker, but we'll see. We'll find out when the draft comes back in the air in just a moment. And I think this is we're back, and we're starting to wrap up night 2 of the 2021 NFL Draft here in Cleveland, and I've been having a lot of fun with this, and I've got one more day of this special edition, and that's tomorrow. And then Sunday I will do a complete draft recap of all the picks that came in, especially the Browns ones, what I will do. So tune in for that. So, and here comes the pick for the Los Angeles Rams.
With the 103rd pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Ernest Jones, linebacker, South Carolina.
And the Rams select Ernest Jones, linebacker, South Carolina. And I think that's a good pick. And they needed a linebacker. I thought they would go with a defensive end, but they did not, or a safety, but they did not. So, but that's a good choice. And the Baltimore Ravens are back on the clock with the 104th pick, the next to last pick, and they were 11-5 last season, second in the AFC North, because Pittsburgh was in first place. And they have a new wide receiver, Sammy Watkins, and guard Kevin Zettler, new in 2021. And the departures have been Matt Jordan, Yannick Nugu, running back Mark Ingram the second, and Matt Sekra. And they got Rashad Bateman and a fifth wide receiver. And I think Baltimore is going to go with a guard or a defensive end. We'll see. But I think we're about to find out in just a few moments, just a few seconds, who the Ravens have selected.
challenging circumstances to say the least with
So,
still remain with COVID, and the weather has been a little tough, but the fans have just been fabulous. But here we go.
we're about to find out right now who the Ravens have selected.
With the 104th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select Brandon Stevens, defensive back, SMU.
And the Baltimore Ravens have selected Brandon Stevens. And he is a cornerback from SMU. And I'm quite surprised. I guess they felt they needed a quarterback. And so they took this guy, Brandon Stevens. He was transferred from UCLA to SMU in 2019. This was a guy who I think he did put up some big numbers with SMU. And the Denver Broncos are back on the clock for the final pick of the night. Now it is the the final pick of the night. So, they've got a quarterback, Ronald Derby. They got Teddy Bridgewater. They just acquired from the Carolina Panthers. And so, I think the Broncos, I think, are going to go with a guard or a defensive end.
105th pick of this draft and the final pick in round number 3.
And this is a final pick in round number 3.
With the 105th pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Baron Browning, linebacker, Ohio State.
And then the 5th Ohio State Buckeye to go off the board, Baron Browning, linebacker. And I guess Denver, I had a feeling Denver might take a linebacker, and they did. This is a good pick.
Thank you for being among the more than 90,000 fans who have made the draft here in Cleveland so memorable.
And now that's going to... This has been quite a night, and an enjoyable night. And this is with this draft being this has been one of the most interesting drafts in this tonight, and rounds of the draft 2 and 3, and a lot of picks were just interesting and surprising. And so tomorrow when we begin round 4 of the draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars will be back on the clock, and they will have the 106th pick of the draft. And so they will continue to make some moves, and they've got some good chances to make some moves in this draft to improve on that 1-15 record, which was the worst in franchise history, and their worst win percentage up to 275. So, well, that is going to do it. 4 Ohio State Buckeyes go off the board tonight, and these 2 rounds of the NFL draft. So that is just about going to wrap it up for night 2 of this special NFL draft edition of Scott Sports 101. I will be back tomorrow with rounds 4, 5, 6, and 7, day 3 of the NFL draft, which will be the final day of the NFL draft here in Cleveland. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day, in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.